right? He won them all. Sometime back, they had 4 hooks in one weekend, and this tractor won them all. Oh, is that right? He won them all. Sometime back, they had 4 hooks in one weekend, and this tractor won them all. Oh, is that right? He won them all. Sometime back, they had 4 hooks in one weekend, and this tractor won them all.
Hey guys, I'm supposed to be interviewing Nathan Vegh from Jumpin' Jack Flash tonight. He's coming to the Pullers Championship in the 3.6 Pro Stock Diesel Truck class, but he's not quite on the show yet, so I'm going to show some videos from their Facebook page. Hopefully you're doing well. May 13th and 14th, the Pullers Championship, Nashville, Illinois. It's going to be great. We're super excited. If anybody knows Nathan Vegh, send him a text message. Tell him to get his butt on the show. And there shouldn't be any excuses because he's like a young college kid, so he knows how to use technology. So let's get him on here. And then there he is. I was just picking on you, Nate. I'm like, where's this guy at? Where's this guy at? Turn your volume on there, kiddo. Can you hear me, Nate? You can hear me. I can't hear you. So see, this is what happens with these young college kids. They think they know everything. They drive diesel trucks that their dads take care of for them, and then what the hell's going on? We can mess with Nate right now because he can't defend himself. Volume, Nate, volume. I'm gonna show some videos. This video is Nate and his dad Ference at the farm show years ago. Well, Nate's not that old, but we'll see how long it is on here. So it's just kind of a cool video they have on their Facebook page. There's little Nathan. There's big Nathan over there on the left of your screen. There's little Nathan there on the right. His dad Ference. Can you hear me? I guess maybe you can't hear me. You guys.
Hooks in one weekend, and this tractor won them all.
Let me know in the comments.
Oh, is that right? He won them all.
Nate's working on his sound right now.
Sometime back, they had 4 hooks in one weekend, and this tractor won them all.
Nathan Vegh, ladies and gentlemen, come on, Nathan, show them how it's done, buddy.
This was Diesels and Dark Corners last fall. Liberty, Georgia. White Plains. Adam, can you hear me? That's what I want to know. Adam Wilson, can you hear me? There's about a 15-second delay. So if you can hear me, Adam, please type in the comments.
Hello?
That you can hear me. Nate, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, buddy. How are you?
Yeah. I'm doing all right. How about you?
Good. Welcome to a special edition of Let's Grow Pulling. We are 10 days away, Nate, from honestly a lot of our dreams to put on the Pullers Championship, and I wish the weather would be better for the farmers right now. Is it wet in Kentucky where you are as well, or is it dry down there?
Oh, it's been pretty moderate, I'd say. We just stormed like crazy here in Lexington for a little bit, but now the sun's out, so that's pretty, that's usually how it goes around here.
So I'm going to show a video of Nate's truck. Nate does a really good job. I'm really proud of Pullers in general, Nate. I feel like the last 2 to 3 years, Pullers have really stepped up their video game and their promotion game. And you've always done a really, really good job. I just got to lead. Somebody needs a mortgage, Nate. I'll work on that later. You're more important right now. So,
I gotcha.
But in all seriousness, everybody's doing a really good job now with social media, TikTok, Instagram. Everybody should pick 1 or 2 and get really good at it. And it's really important for pulling. I was proud of the Bunnage pulling team having the mod out, a Barga pulling team with their mod, and they're talking about the Pullers Championship. And that's the kind of stuff I really, really enjoy. So here's a really cool video from Nate's truck. And then type in the comments any questions for Nate or where you've seen Nate pull at. Nate was one of our top vote getters with Jumpin' Jack Flash. Overall, we had 25,000 votes total for the Pullers Championship. And Nate's truck was one of the top vote getters. So here's a nice That flag guy was going to crawl inside there with you, Nate. So.
Oh yeah, that's Daniel. He's all about it, man.
He's from Colorado, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought.
Yes, sir.
And let's show a video of you heading down the track here. What do we got? If you see something you really like, as I scroll down through here, let me know.
Oh, that Friday night at Shide's one, that one's got a little surprise in it. I think the one, yeah, right there.
So welcome, everybody. That's Nathan Vegh, driver of the Jumpin' Jack Flash. Him and his dad, Ference, go all over pulling that beautiful truck. And we are super excited to have them at the Pullers Championship, May 13th and 14th in Nashville, Illinois. Nate, your dad was he's been super instrumental behind the scenes helping us put this event on. He's been great with sponsorship, insurance, a lot of little things. And I've been talking to your dad about this idea for over a year. We were kicking around ideas early on, I would say about a year ago at this time. And then we talked to Brad Holzhauer late this summer, and he said he would offer up the track at Holzhauer's, and then it kind of all came together. But we can't thank your dad enough. Brent Yarn has been a machine on the website and the Facebook. Paul Romack lives down there close to Holzhauer's, so he's just been running around and getting everything going. I feel bad I live 7 hours away, and Charles is away, and Ryan and Cody and Leroy, but it's all going to come together in about a week. A week from tomorrow, I'm going to head down. I'm going to head down on Wednesday night, Nate, so I can get there Wednesday night and then help, Thursday and Friday. And then the poll starts Friday night and Saturday night. So,
sure. Yeah. Dad's plan was to roll out Wednesday too. Obviously
okay.
Next. Yeah, no, we're definitely looking forward to it. And, there's nothing like, I guess, the jitters for the first event of the year, and especially with this being a new event. And like you said, all that's been going into it and all the hype around it and how well it's been promoted, it should be a notch right out of the gate.
How old are you now, Nate?
I'm 22.
How many young people are involved in pulling? Like when you go, do you see a lot of people your age, or a lot of old people like me, or old people like your dad?
I'd like to, involved like out on the track and in the pits, or just at the event in general?
Just, break it up. We can do both.
Oh, I'd say just from a general analysis, you have a little bit of everything at the event. I guess, people of all ages are interested in stuff, but in terms of those actually involved, with vehicles competing or running the event, I'd say it tends to be more of the adult crowd. But that's, why we do what we do, is trying to introduce more people into it and bring the youth into it more, I guess.
Absolutely. I'm just going to put a picture of the truck up on the screen while we're yakking. Do you tell me kind of, I guess, basically how you got started? If you could I know your dad got going with this, and then, I know that's Jumpin' Jack Flash because your dad's a crazy Rolling Stones fan, but what's it like what's it like for you to drive? I mean, the Ford, that's different, obviously, than the cool name. What's it like, I guess, basically, to drive a 3.6 Pro Stock diesel truck and then to have, the cool Ford? What's it like hearing from everybody? Because you guys really are out there. I still love Alice Chalmers tractors, but I gave up on them because of the parts, and I'm like, I'm a red or green. I don't care. I'm just being honest. I want to go pulling. I don't want to have a cylinder head that's this tall. So
get you down the track.
Yeah.
No, I'd say, Dad, he's always been a Ford guy, I guess, growing up. That's what I've known him to be. And I guess, you learn things from your parents. That's just kind of what I was brought into. And when we had this crazy idea a few years ago to build the truck, that's just kind of what it wasn't really an announcement. It was just kind of what we did, it just kind of happened. I guess there was no really other way of thinking when that all came to be. In terms of driving it, obviously someone like you has been pulled before. It's a blast. I mean, it's a flat out blast. Like it's a rush like no other. I've driven another truck in our class, Stony Hargett's War Machine, and it's a completely different world from going from the V8 to the 6-cylinder. But it's like you live for that 10 seconds going down the track. There's no way to describe it.
No, and that's what's funny. It's the best 13 to 15 seconds of your life every single time, without a doubt. You know what I mean? So
the first thing that always comes to my mind is when it's over is like, what could I have done differently, or what did it look like from the outside? But it's just so many, I guess, things running through your head in that short amount of time. That's what makes it so fun, I guess.
Nate, what are you seeing? Like what are your main, like when you go to social media, what are you looking at every day? What's your main go-to?
Like my number one media outlet I probably get on, or
yeah, like is it Facebook? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? What's your go-to?
Probably Facebook, honestly, just because I think the things I follow and the people I'm friends with is the biggest accumulation of like stuff I'm interested in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know I can get the most of what I'm like seeking out by just clicking on a Facebook app and scrolling it for a little bit when I have some time during the day.
So what your first question is, Nate, what's your favorite after pull food?
Oh man. After pull food, the group we run around with always cooks good for sure. We're never hungry when we go to bed. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Favorite after I'd probably have to go with every year at Shides. Our group does like a big low country boil with shrimp and all kinds of seafood and potatoes and stuff. So I look forward to that. That one sticks out. And then it turns into just a bunch of whoever wants to come eat can slide by that night. That's usually what happens.
Now answer this question honestly,
Right.
Not just because you're talking to me. Are you seeing the Pullers Championship everywhere? Do you feel there's a good buzz? I mean, like, you think it's being promoted well on social media and outlets?
Oh, yeah. No, like not like you said, not just because I'm talking to you, but it's definitely this event has been pushed harder than anything I've seen pertaining to our sport. And that's why I think it'll be, I mean, granted, it's the first year we're going to have this. So as with anything, the first year can always be topped by the next, but just based off how hard this is being pushed, there's no reason it shouldn't be a hit right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, and with the gate money going to the Pullers and the live stream money going to the Pullers, Nate, I have a question for you, and I want to make sure we're doing a good job as promoters. Do you know where to buy the live stream at, Nate? Like, seriously. Like, do you know where to buy the live stream if you were going to be at home and not at the event?
I believe I do. Wouldn't you just link it from the Pullers Championship website?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but that's like the one thing I get all the time.
Where to buy the live stream
is where, because I help with a lot of events, and like this one, obviously there's, a bunch of us involved promoting it. I think there's 6 or 8 of us really kind of behind the scenes pushing the buttons, but that's like, I see a lot on Facebook, like, how do I buy the live stream? So right now I'm on the pullerschampionship.com, the website. Here's our promotional video. Here's our poster. And then, the live stream's right there. So, I mean, it's squared away. So I just really want people to understand if they can't be there, we're that's where you get it at, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, that's another thing that's part of pushing this sport forward is expanding that outreach via online, I guess, because more people watch sport like basketball, football, etc. on TV or their computer than they do in person. So yeah, there you go. Ice cream sandwiches, those are always good too.
Keith Witt has really good ice cream sandwiches with Crosswired. So he took me at some at Nashville last September. So
I hope he's got a freezer full of them for next weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
So if you're watching this video right now, if you watch us a lot, you hear me say like, comment, and share. So if you're watching this, share this around. Like, Nate, can you share this to your personal timeline right now on Facebook while we're talking?
I will pull up my phone.
Say like, hey man, I'm getting interviewed right now. Come watch me. That's how this works. It's all about promotion. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm trying to do a live every single night between now and the Pullers Championship, trying to get pullers lined up to come on and do this. And Nate graciously reached out and said he would talk with us. So that's pretty cool. So I enjoy that. He, again, is the driver of Jumpin' Jack Flash right here on my screen. And this video was taken by Bill Diesel Mafia, Adam Wilson, who's a sponsor, and at Diesel's and Dark Corners last fall. So a good run at Ford truck in the 3.6 Pro Stock Diesel truck class. So, Nate, are you guys bringing a brand new power plant? It kind of looks like what your dad's been working on.
Oh yeah. So I don't want to give out all the details,
you don't have to.
the information I know, but basically it is a brand new power plant in terms of the block. Same kind of the same setup we ran last year with the 6.7, but it got some goodies over the winter and some changes, and we're really looking forward to seeing what we can do next weekend.
No, we're excited to have you here. When you look at that list, I mean, we invited, I think, the top 5 trucks in the Silver Series. That's for the Lucas Oil PPL. For the 3.6 Pro Stock Diesel trucks, that's kind of the kind of the measuring stick, if you will, Nate. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I know there might be a couple really tough regional trucks, but from a weekend and week out, type of a thing, I would feel like obviously the Silver Series. I mean, I see the 3.6 trucks run at Badger State a lot. Back up here at home, I know they're pretty tough. There's 2 or 3 trucks. I think Funks are bringing down a couple. Bullard bought Kurt's old truck. I'm really looking forward to it. So really looking.
There's that class, or our class, top to bottom. There's not a bad any given night. It could be anybody's time to shine. I mean, it's when you come to the line in that class, you got to have your ducks in a row, or you might as well put it back on the trailer if you don't.
Right, I agree. Again, if you have any questions for Nate or comments, please type them into the comments. We're going to go for another 10 or 15 minutes here, and then I got to do a little bit of work, and then I have the Outlaw Light show at 7 o'clock, and Nate's an hour ahead of me. Nate, are you a senior in school this year?
I am a senior at the University of Kentucky. Yes, sir. I have 1 more year left though to finish off my engineering degree though.
Engineer, awesome.
So, yeah, that's it.
Does everybody at the University of Kentucky know you drive a badass pulling truck?
There's a few that do. I wouldn't say as many as I want to, but there's a few that do.
Does it help in the girl department, Nate? If you drive a cool truck, does that help at all?
I get that question a lot from my parents, but I don't think it does as much as they wish it would.
They want you to get married or what?
I guess.
That's awesome.
It definitely takes up like that's one thing about pulling. I tell people all the time is it takes up more time. It's not something you can just go hop in on the weekend and go have some fun. Like, you have to be dedicated to that machine.
It's more than just the money. It's
the
time. And I don't even work on my stuff, and that's a lot of time. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely. We're very blessed that we have a lot of people and resources to help us out, but even with that, like, it's a grind.
Do you have the new motor running yet, Nate?
Not yet. It's in the truck, and we're buttoning some stuff up. The plan is to fire it Sunday night, I believe.
Okay.
So,
if everything goes good, that'd be a good time to do a live video. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I will make that happen.
And if you want me to do one of these live streams like this, just let me know, and then you can do it from your phone. I'll send you the StreamYard link to your phone. Okay.
Okay. I will text you when we get to.
And another reason we're doing this, Nate. We said the whole time, and your dad and I talked about this early on. We want the pullers to be the promoters, because at the end of the day, the amount of money that's paid to the pullers, obviously weather is dependent. I'm not naive about that, but the fact that the pullers need to let all their fans, because we have a bunch of followers on Beer Money, but the way algorithms work and stuff, not everybody sees every post. Hell, some people, they might only see one post a day. They might pull from our timeline and put out onto the main timeline for the fans to see. So that's why it's really important that everybody's using that. So it's fun to see, Nate, you've been doing a good job sharing stuff. Linda Shorter with the Buck Eater Pro Stock. Chris Ashelman with Digging for a Living. Dan Kirby with Alice Chalmer. My girlfriend Alice, Limited Pro. To see Bunny just put up a video last night. Bargees. It's been really cool, Nate, to see a lot of pullers, because this, the idea was, we really said we want an outdoor Louisville. Mm-hmm. That's what we said. We want to have the classes, and then we want to do it outside on a big track. And we caught a lot of shit about, you guys are doing it the wrong time of year, and it'll never work. But we had to do it this time of year, Nate. Either spring or fall. And in the fall, we're all tired, we're all wore out, and the farmers they're thinking about harvest.
Exactly.
And we knew we could run into planting, and it has affected some of the classes a little bit on people turning down invites. But man, it is what it is, and I think people are pretty excited.
And and kind of catching heck over the time of the year. Well, I mean, nobody's making anybody come. You do it because you want to, I guess. It's if you really want to do it, you'll make it happen. So.
Is there like a little chat group for the 3-6 guys? Do you guys talk a little bit back and forth, or is it just kind of a couple of you, or how do you guys do that?
There is a 3-6 group Snapchat, and it gets pretty entertaining, we'll say. We'll leave it at that.
I love it.
I think it's a pretty good indicator of how close the class is. We all get along for the most part, and it's everybody, and it's just to have fun at the end of the day. But yeah, we stay in touch. It gets active once or twice a week, and you better be careful anytime you go to open that. But yeah, no, I'd like to think we're a pretty tight bunch.
Oh, I think you are. Nate, the one thing that's really drawn me to you and your dad is pulling means the world to me because of my dad. My parents got divorced when I was in like 7th or 8th grade. I don't remember. I moved to Wisconsin, and my dad had that D21 called blackjack.
Oh, yeah.
And every weekend I went back to Iowa, and I'm like, I'm going back to go tractor pull. And they're like, will you tractor pull? I'm like, well, I don't tractor pull, but my dad does. But
Absolutely.
that time with my dad driving to the pull on the way home, if he wasn't sleeping, it was, I love watching you and your dad together, and the joy on your father's face when he watches you compete. It's just, it's awesome, Nate. I mean, I know this, and that's what's so fun. We've had so many pullers on it, and the Outlaws are doing the young guns. We talk about them a lot. None of you young kids, and you are a kid. I'm 46. I'm old enough to be your dad. None of you guys take this for granted, because you all know how fortunate you are. I mean,
absolutely.
These things cost as much as houses do.
Yes.
And my wife gives me hell all the time about that. But whether it's a race car or whether it's a camper, everybody's got a hobby, but this is our hobby. And I put as much passion into this I work my ass off so I can go spend it. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of funny, but I'm just so impressed with the relationship your dad has, the joy your dad has for you, and then just the overall appreciation. What your dad does for you. It's just, it makes me happy, Nate. So
yeah, no, I definitely I couldn't do it without him, and it's just something we get to do together, and we both enjoy it, and keeps me out of trouble, keeps him out of trouble, so it's a win-win situation, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for that comment when I invited you the other night, or you said you would do it. Was that a text message or was that a snap?
I think it was a text. Oh, when he was in the shop.
Yeah, what did he say? He dropped something, or what did he say?
Yeah, he was putting the grill bracket on, and it looked like the wrench slipped out or something. He took a bunch of skin off his hand, which I'll tell you is probably not the first and won't be the last time that's ever happened. But yeah, he's a goober.
No, that's good stuff. The questions have slowed down a little bit, Nate, but that's okay.
I saw Adam asked one. I didn't catch it there.
Okay, I thought you did. That run at DIDC was like an aha moment, kind of, I think, where it felt like everything really went perfect, maybe for the first official time with the 6-7. Would you agree, Nate?
Yeah, no, that was definitely because Dad and I had fought that thing in the bugs all last year, and we had a pretty, if we're being completely honest, just gloomy year because we didn't really get out till middle of August. So I was ready to go back to school, and by that time we were kind of cashed out and fought it all the way through August and had a pitiful showing at home. And like I said, just all kinds of bugs. Went to Colorado. We won that pull out in Colorado, but it wasn't nothing to brag about. It was more of who just kind of handled it better. Then went to Georgia. We changed some things on the truck. Our buddy Norm helped us out with the clutch, and that pass had finally just came together, and we saw what they had been talking about, what that engine was capable of. And even at the end, like I said, we were having some clutch issues, and it seemed like it let go a little bit there. So I've adjusted it for this year, and I'd like to think with the improvements we've made and the settings I like the truck to be at, I think it's going to be a full go this summer.
That's awesome. I love it when a puller, shows a little bit of emotion.
Oh, yeah.
Now and then you hear people say, "Oh, they're being cocky." No, that's just happiness right there, buddy. That is just happiness. And,
that's just part. I mean, that's a sport in it. If you don't have any emotion in it, I don't. Why are you doing it?
Oh, exactly. Screw the haters, Nate. Don't ever worry about it. So.
Like you talking about that Daniel guy earlier, Daniel. I mean, that's like those are the dudes that make the sport what it is, you know, like that's the stuff you remember is because like in that video you see him, he's all into it, and
Yep.
it's just.
So this has to be your dad. Sorry, tuned in late. Talk about the mad scramble for the very first hook in Belvedere, Illinois. Story time, Nathan.
Belvedere, Illinois.
That would have been a Badger State hook.
Badger State or ISP? I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know they were. I know I've been there with the Remedy, or I guess I actually haven't with Remedy, but my tractor's been there. I had the guys take it down for me.
So we went up to, I guess we left home Thursday, and we were going to Hypermax because we were going to go to Hillsboro just to get some data and run that motor, because we took it up there to finish, to get it running. And we were at Hypermax. I think that was all Thursday night. And we were at Hypermax all Thursday, got it going, and they were like, hey, there's a pole down the road. So we dashed on over to Belvedere, and literally the class is already running when we pulled in the gates of the fairgrounds, which was huge.
Yep.
I just remember going to the gates. They told us just to park off to the side. Literally, I texted my buddy Shane and a few other people from that area, and there was like 30 people that we yanked the truck out of the trailer. We had started it once, and it was just a mad dash, got it to the scales, made a pass on it. It chucked a pulley, but just the fact that we were literally had just started it like 2 hours prior to that event, made it and got down the track. I'll never forget that. That was crazy.
That's awesome.
And then, that was a scramble, dude. There was literally like 30 people. When we busted the doors open the back of the trailer, it was go time.
I love it. I'm going to show this video. Hold on one second. Are you here, Grant? Okay, I'll come let you in. Hold on. Nate, keep talking to the people. I got to go let a customer in. So
I got you. No worries.
I'll turn the sound up on this one.
I think that was Cloverdale 2020, maybe. Yeah, definitely inside. The second night didn't go too hot for us, but that first night, no worries.
I'll turn the sound up on this one.
Inside.
Oh, sorry about that, Nate. It was looping on me.
No, you're good.
Well, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I have one of my customers here, and I just wanted to go through all that. What are a couple questions? Oh, Jason wants to know, are there differences in competition driving a 3.6 diesel truck versus other diesel truck classes?
I definitely tend to think so, and I've only driven 3.6, and I've driven my truck in super stock a few times, but in terms of the power you have, in those classes, you have to drive the trucks differently to get it to the ground. So yeah, it's definitely different per, I guess, as you move up and down the classes. Those are your three really primary diesel truck classes on like a national level, but they're all, there's no lack of power in any of those classes, and they all put on a really good show.
Awesome. Well, Nate, I'm going to let you go. We've been on about 30 minutes. Thank you for doing this. Continue to like, comment, share anything you see about the Pullers Championship, May 13th, 14th, Nashville, Illinois. Nate, keep pushing it. If you have some videos that you can post, let me know, and, post them to Beer Money or whatever. Okay, buddy?
Will do. I will text you Sunday when we get closer to go time.
Yep, let me know, and I'll hook you up. So.
Alrighty, will do. I'll see you in Nashville, dude.
Yes, sir. Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks, Nate. We'll see you next week.
For sure.
Have a good night, everybody.